G'day guys, I'm back. Had a few days off. I was down at the coast doing a bit of fishing in the ocean, caught a few fish, so good on me. But yeah, I'm here now doing another review. Now this is an American independent horror film made in 2008. Now I say horror film, but this is unlike any other horror film that you've probably seen. Directed by Marcel Samiento and Gady Harrell, a combined effort, and this is the very interesting Deadgirl. Now, this film starts off with Ricky and JT, who are two high school misfits. They're not very popular, they get bullied a bit. And so, yeah, they skip school one day and decide to go messing around in this old, crumbling, abandoned mental hospital. So, they're doing a bit of exploring, mucking around, being silly, and they come across this woman who's naked, chained to a table with a sheet covering her. At first, they think she's dead, but they discover that she's in fact alive. But then later on, they discover that this woman cannot be killed because she's already dead. She's a zombie. And so they have no idea, it's not explained how this woman um, was left on this table. But yeah, Ricky and JT. Ricky is the stronger of the two. He's the stronger willed. He's got, he's the more dominating character. But JT is the one who sees more reason. So anyway, Ricky decides to, he comes up with this idea that they're going to keep this zombie as their little secret and use her as a sex slave. JT is really reluctant to start with. He doesn't want to do it, but he pretty much follows what Ricky wants. And so, yeah, Ricky comes up with his idea, and he starts raping this zombie. Um, and yeah, so JT doesn't want anything to do with it. He doesn't rape the zombie, but yeah, Ricky does. And later on, Ricky comes up with another plan that he's going to pimp this zombie out to their friends at school. So a few other friends come down to this mental hospital and start raping the zombie too. So Ricky claims this zombie as his property. Um, if they want to have sex with this zombie, they're going to have to ask him for permission. And yeah, Ricky just descends into this world of obsession, really dark, twisted, yet becomes a completely different person. His obsession, all of his focus is on this zombie. JT, as I said, he sees more reason. He doesn't want anything to do with it. He's very uncomfortable with the whole situation. But yeah, he goes along with it because he's not as strong as Ricky is. So yeah, Ricky's understanding of right and wrong is stretched, and the friendship between JT and Ricky is on rocky grounds because of what Ricky's doing. So yeah, a very very twisted film. And at the end, I thought the ending was really good. Um, JT, the influence of Ricky starts to come off onto JT a bit by the end. Yeah, as I said, a rape film, but it's not like rape sort of from films like Last House on the Left. It's not as disturbing. Obviously, rape is a very disturbing matter, but in this one, she's dead. She doesn't feel pain. She doesn't fight back. She doesn't know what's going on. So it's not as disturbing as your rape films and like Chaos and Last House on the Left. So, but having said that, it's still very disturbing. Just the whole idea of raping this corpse. So I guess a necrophilia theme. This zombie, well, she's not really decayed. She's not horribly decayed. So actually, parts of the film actually made me I was thinking that this woman was in fact alive. She didn't look dead enough to me. But yeah, that didn't stop it from being a good film. It was a very, very well made film. These two directors created a really morbid, and I mean a really, really morbid atmosphere. Very depressing kind of feel to the film. These teenagers, they become monsters. At the end of the film, you're wondering, was the zombie the real monster or was it these students? A little bit of blood in it, but it's just the sexual um, aspect of this film is very, very disturbing. But yeah, I like the twist on the zombie genre. It's something a lot different, and I like something a lot different. The only problem I have with it was hyped up a lot before I watched this film. It was hyped up as a very, very shocking, disturbing film. When I got it, I put it in. Sure, it was shocking, disturbing, disgusting, but it wasn't what I thought it would be. As it's rated here for high sexual violence, which there is sexual violence, high impact sexual violence, but it wasn't as bad as it's made out to be in the violent category. With the rape scenes, as I said, there are some pretty graphic sex scenes in it. I don't know, excuse me, I don't know if this is the cut or uncut version. Now I know there's a cut and uncut version in the United States, but this film, I don't know if this is cut or uncut. There are a few kind of shocking scenes in this that the director kind of shies away from a bit. It's not very, the camera doesn't stay on that particular shocking moment for very long. So I don't know if that's the way he did it or if it's been cut out. But yeah, there is a pretty shocking scene where one of the jocks, one of the sporty guys in this high school, we don't call them jocks here in Australia, but yeah, one of the jocks who bullies these students, Ricky invites them down to have a go of this zombie, and he gets bitten, and there's a little scene at the school where he needs to use the toilet, which is pretty shocking. But that was one of the scenes where the director shied away. He didn't actually show that moment for very long, so that's why I'm thinking, maybe I've got the cut version. But if anyone out there who has the uncut version, you can tell me what's different. Yeah, I'd like to know. But yeah, overall, a pretty good film. Definitely not for everyone. If you like your twisted, morbid stories, definitely give this one a look. But if you're into your zombie gore fest, don't go for this one. You won't like it. But yeah, I enjoyed this. It doesn't have a lot of replay value. I watched it a while ago. I haven't watched it since, but I'll give it another look. Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was a good film, and yeah, I recommend it. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed that review. I'll be making another one very soon. So until then, have a very good day, and yeah, take it easy. Bye.